Okay, turn editing on. So let's create a quiz. So add an activity or resource. Select quiz. Click add. Okay, now we can name your quiz. Say quiz 1. And I suggest you put or you write down the total percentage for the quiz. So this will be very helpful if you want to tell the students how much will the quiz take on the weightage of your course. So you can write down this quiz will cover chapter 1 and 2. And click description on course page. Okay, most important thing here is the timing. So you may set the time, the start date for the quiz. I'm gonna put there maybe at 2 o'clock, and then the end date for the quiz, say 1 hour. So you will give the students 1 hour to do the test, so they have to make sure that they do the quiz within this time frame. You want to set time limit, probably maybe 1 hour, 60 minutes. And these are some of the settings that you can set. Want to give them a grace period, but if you don't want to, just set this to open attempts are submitted automatically. Okay, and then you have restrict access. This one will be very useful if you have a course where there are 2 or 3 lectures teaching. So maybe you want to set this quiz only to a specific groups of students. Then you can click group. Okay, the student must match the following, so you may select the group that you are teaching. So only this group will be able to take the quiz. Or maybe you hit a certain group of students, you don't want this group of students to take the quiz, you want them to get 0, then everyone will take the quiz except for this one. So now if you set this, it means everyone can take the quiz except for this group. Save and display. So now you'll see the summary of the quiz. It's 10%. We'll cover chapter 1 and 2. The quiz will not be available on the set date that you have set, and the quiz will close 1 hour after that, and 1 hour is given. Okay, now let's edit the quiz. So this is the total percentage of the quiz, 10% as you have set. You may edit it. Okay, now let's add a quiz. So as most of us will probably choose multiple choice. That's the common one. So we may name the question as question 1, and you may write question. Our current Prime Minister is so this will be the mark for this question. So you want to give this question a 1 mark, or maybe you want to add another 1 mark, then it's 2 mark here. So here you may set whether you want to give a multiple answer or maybe 1 answer only, and you also may shuffle the choices. Okay, So this is obviously it's a wrong answer. So you select none. So it means that if the students select this option, the students will get 0 mark. So since this is the correct answer, you select 100%. If let's say you want to give, let's say you want to set this as a partially correct answer, so you may set it as maybe 33.333%. So the student who opted for this option will get partial mark from the 2. So and then you save changes. So now we have one question set, and let's add another question. Short answer. Question 2. The acronym UPNM means set the mark for this question, and the answer obviously so here you put 100%. This is the correct one, the correct answer. Obviously this is wrong, so you put none, but if you want to put a partially correct answer, you may do so. And this is wrong answer, of course, also. And you can add more blank answer if you want to add more possible list of answer here. Okay, and then you may click save changes. Okay, now we have 2, so let's add one more question. So you can go through. There are a lot of other options here. You can do embedded answer. It's more of a fill in the blanks. You can also do calculation and numerical. So for this one I will add essay. Explain what the government had done to help the local businesses to flourish. This COVID-19 outbreak. Right, not more than 250. So you may put this more 7 marks. Let's say 7 marks, because you have to make sure that it tallies with the total mark for your quiz. So of course this one you want them to write in the box, so require the students to enter text, and you may provide how many lines the question will provide. If you, let's say, you want them to write 500 words, maybe you need to provide more lines. And then you can allow them to attach files. Maybe you want them to provide it in Word documents, then you can allow them to attach one file here. But attachments are optional, so it is not a requirement. And save changes. And now you have 3 questions, and total mark is 10, 7, 2 and 1. You can also add, maybe you have created questions before, then you may add it from the question bank, from a list of questions that you have done previously. Okay, you may select this, for example, and you can add selected questions to the quiz. And then now you will see, that the question has been added. Okay, now it has, now you have 7 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1. Now it has 11, so maybe you have to reduce this to 6 marks. It's easier for you to calculate the marks now. Then you click save. Then you may wanna shuffle the questions so that the students may not be able to copy the exact chronological order of the questions. So you may go back to the, so this is the quiz that we just created. So you want to click this one and you want to try to preview the quiz. So you just want to test whether all the questions are correct. You can see that the students will be able to write in the text box, and then he also will be able to upload files, whether maybe Word files or whatnot. This is the last question. Finish attempt. So now the answers, all the answers have been saved. Now the students will need to click submit all and finish. He may also go back and maybe he wanted to change some of the questions, some of the answers, so he may click return to attempt, change any of the answers, and then submit all and finish. So there will be a confirmation page, and that's it. So you can see that you may see the result here. As I mentioned before, to Mahathir, you have set it as partially correct answer. So the students will get 0.67 out of the 2 marks. This is the wrong answer, but again we have set it to partially correct, so the students will get 0.33 out of 1 mark. And this one is correct, so the students will get 1 mark. So finish review. So here you see that someone has already submitted but not yet graded. You can later grade the student's mark, and for example the essay previously no mark is given because it's a subjective question, so you may click grade later and then you give the corresponding marks. Okay, during the creation of the quiz, you may want to check the settings for the quiz on review options. Here means that what the students will see immediately after the attempt, later while the quiz is still open, and after the quiz is closed. So for example, after the quiz is closed, maybe you want the students to be able to see which one is the correct answer, how many marks the student gets on, or maybe on the feedback of each of the answer. So you may want to play around with the options, which one fits your situation, because some lectures they want the students to be able to see the marks right away after the attempt. Probably this may be for revision, and so it depends on the lecturers. So this is one of the options that you may want to check during the creation of your quiz.